Changes are coming to the Kern County Fire Department, with Chief Brian Marshall retiring from KCFD and taking a state job. The department held a press conference this evening to talk about the leadership shakeup. 23 ABC's Vanessa Romo joins us now with more on what Marshall is saying about the move. Vanessa?
That's right, Jess. In a news conference held by Chief Brian Marshall, he says he is very excited for his new role, but also very sad to leave the Kern County Fire Department, a place he's known all his life.
52-year-old Brian Marshall announced on Friday he will be retiring his position as chief with the Kern County Fire Department, a position he has held since 2012 and a place he has called home since his father's time at KCFD.
I grew up in his footsteps, so it's not been 32 years, it's been a lifetime. To say I'm leaving still hasn't sunk in. This is the organization that I grew up in
and has grown in as a firefighter, director of emergency services, battalion chief, and much more.
It is just such an honor to serve somebody, and even in, those darkest moments, you're there to help them. And when you can make a difference in somebody's life, there's just no greater feeling.
Marshall says he will now become Chief of Fire and Rescue for the Governor's Office of Emergency Services, a position appointed by Governor Jerry Brown.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to leave this organization that I have poured every second of my life, my blood, sweat, and tears into. But I'm looking forward to that next chapter.
Marshall says he will be moving to Sacramento for his new role and is expected to be paid about $160,000. But before he goes, he says he will be a part of the board's decision on who will be taking his place.
That is the most important thing here in the county, to make sure that that fire chief that replaces me is ready to assume that role and has all the tools in the toolbox to be successful.
And Marshall says he has no set-in-stone date on when he will be leaving, but says it will be sometime in January. As for the county, it says it would consider its options for fulfilling his position after the start of the new year. Just back to you.
All right, Vanessa, thanks.